guys. This I am the greatest. Can you guys hear me now? There's no way. Now I am actually the best streamer ever. Was I not live? Was I not live? Wait. Was I not? No, can't hear you. That is hilarious. I even pinged you in Discord. Oh, alright. Well, guys, I may or may not have just summoned Felucius. I thought I was live. It said live in the OBS, but I guess I wasn't live on YouTube. Well, alright. Guys, welcome to the summoning live stream. We're jumping in after my summons. That is fucking hilarious. Well, I guess I could catch you guys up to speed now. That is pretty fucking funny. So I just used, I started at 360 cards, and I'm now down to 952 cards. And I just finished Lucius, but apparently I wasn't streaming. I thought I was just streaming, but I guess not. So yeah, you kind of missed the Lucius summoning, but I guess I can show you guys the rates, or I could calculate them for you. But we had some doubles and triples. I hope I was recording still, so I could at least upload it afterwards. That's pretty funny. But yeah, I mean, we started at let's just do it in here. So we started at 360, and we had the discount, which was 12 cards, right? Because it's 6 summons minus 2. And then we ended at 952. So that ends up being like 360 minus 952. That's 408 cards. But including the summons, that's like, what, 420 we did Lucius in? Yeah, I'm sorry you guys couldn't actually see. Because I was looking at chat and I was like, why is no one reacting? Because I got a double on my last poll, which is why we got 1 extra of them. And I just, yeah. Well, I guess we can restart what I was talking about before I actually started the stream. But basically, my thoughts for summoning is because, as you can see here in the Cursed Realm, or not the Cursed Realm, in the Treasure Scramble, I'm kind of slipping ranks currently. Like I'm barely holding on to the top 100, and I think my teams are good, but my heroes are just not good enough anymore. I need some more awakened heroes, and thus I want to summon Lucius and I want to summon Gavius, basically for this game mode. And as an added bonus, Lucius is also very good for Cursed Realm, which is a place I might start trying to compete in, because previously I've basically left Cursed Realm alone because I'm at like the mid 20%, which is like, it's kind of a dead zone for rewards, but if I can push my way to like top 16%, I could get some good rewards out of the Cursed Realm. And that's kind of my thoughts behind Lucius. And as for Gavius, he's used in both the Nightmare Corridor and the Cursed Realm and the Treasure Scramble, so he's kind of a no-brainer. But you kind of want him along with Lucius because they kind of go together. But yeah, apologize, you guys missed the first 420 cards I used. Yeah, that's on me. I thought I was streaming, but I guess I wasn't. I think we'll just finish off Lucius real quick. We just need 2 copies of him. Because on my last pull I got a double. I've stopped playing for around a year now, but I gotta love the vicariously living through you. Yeah, hopefully like we can combine our rates and we can like bang these 2 copies out real fast. So oh yeah, also they updated the rewards in here. But as I was talking about when I summoned for Lucius, I was talking about the rate buffs, and people were like, yeah, these rate buffs are gonna be insane, but like, I mean, they're good, right? Because now you average on the 5th pull instead of the 6th, which is nothing to laugh at, but like, it's not like a game changer, to be honest. But I'm still happy for some buff rates. We'll definitely take it, right? So that brings us to 1 star. I'll just summon Gavius, and then we'll do the furniture and stuff on them afterwards, and then we'll spend some Stargazer cards, trying to summon a Celestial or Hypergen hero afterwards. But yeah, Lucius is now, well, for all intents and purposes, done. Lots of people are, how many months do you save your mats before pulling them? I don't have a count. Basically, my philosophy is, as long as I'm in top 100 in the Treasure Scramble and top 200 in the Nightmare Corridor, I don't summon. Because there's no point in summoning if it doesn't increase my income or my reward. The only argument for summoning would be that it increases my Cursed Realm rewards. But as I talked about earlier, I kind of abandoned Cursed Realm, basically because it's not a free-to-play friendly place. But now, I think my account is at the stage, especially my Elder Tree, is at the stage where I think I might be able to get some okay scores in the Cursed Realm. So that's why I'm currently summoning. And also because I was dropping out of, as you can see, I'm barely holding on to both Nightmare Corridor and Treasure Scramble rating. And dropping out of that would just be a huge hit to my income. So yeah, that's my philosophy. I save as long as it doesn't affect my rewards. As soon as I feel like my rewards are affected, I start summoning. So you missed the Lucius summons, but you're here for the Gavius summons. So it's going to be a lot easier calculating the rates for the Gavius summons because we are starting at 952, and we also don't have any discounts to mess around with. So predictions for this one. I feel like the average has gone from like mid 500s to like closer to 400s. I don't know. I'm hoping for like a sub 500 basically, and then I'm happy. But let's see. Why not Awakened Antandra? I don't think Awakened Antandra is really good, to be honest. She was really good before the hotfix fixed her on the test server. 350 bulls, giving you my rates. Thanks, fool. I mean, so far we've spent 30 cards and we haven't seen any. 40 cards, we haven't seen any. Basically, you're with the new soft pity, you're kind of guaranteed a pull on the 5th. Is how it works now. Okay, that's a back-to-back. Cool. I like the rates handover. I think it's actually kind of working. What we really need is Lazarus in the stream. If you guys don't know, Lazarus is like the luckiest summoner alive. Okay, I mean, these are pretty good rates so far with 3 copies and like 80 cards or so. And also we already have a copy, so we only need 11 copies of Gavius. And so far we are, yeah, full. Can everyone, round of applause for Fool in the chat, just completely buffing my rates. I think maybe his VIP level is large enough to affect mine. 300, I'm calling it. I feel like if we do it in 300, we're gonna have to pick up the pace, even though these are. Did I skip the 30k diamonds there? I did. I did, right? Wait a minute. That puts the diamond hoard up to 250k, which is actually close to my personal record, which is 300k. Not bad. That is not bad. Go buy a lottery ticket today. Actually, I'll trade my lottery ticket. If you guys, I don't know if you follow football, but I'm from Denmark, and Denmark is playing in the Euros in about 2 hours. So yeah, hopefully we can transfer some of my summoner luck onto the guys. I think I need to count the streamer luck. Yeah, streamer luck has indeed been confirmed on many occasions, and it's looking like it's a streamer luck angle, right? Because we're at what 7 copies currently, and we spent like nothing. Let's just bang it out here. A quadruple. All right, like I'm down. God, I really hope it recorded my Lucius summons. Gavius better than Lucius. I would say kind of, because Lucius does kind of require Gavius for the treasure scramble, so they kind of go together. But for the Cursed Realm, Lucius is obviously better. And I would say for the overall game, Gavius is better because he's used in more game modes, and he also works without Lucius in the blended. Did Fool start typing again, guys? Like, I am pulling. Do you buy totems with diamonds? I started, and it's murdering my diamonds income. So I stopped buying totems with diamonds because it was murdering my diamond income. But I started. I decided again with the Fool sending a heart. I decided that with the current change for the collection system, staffs are now even more important. So I'm starting to buy them again, which also means that I will basically have no diamond income other than the ones I'm sitting on currently. God, this is not the fastest summoning, and I apologize for that. But that's my fault for supplying a chat that I can read. But it's definitely a much better experience for me. So are we done? No, we're at 10 copies, so we need 2 more. Let's just get a double to finish him off here. Boom. All right, well, I mean, there's always the chance, right? All right, we have Sola in chat. Now, Sola, he kind of stole my rates earlier today, summoning Lucius in like 350 cards. So yeah, shout out to that guy. Okay, we need one more copy, close to 300 down. Is it? I haven't actually been keeping an account. I feel like it slowed down, but it was definitely good earlier. Don't give me a double again. If it gives me a double again, please just be a single. Thank you. 562. 562. So that's like, what, 400? Let me just... We started at 952. Oh, well, that's pretty easy math. So we did it in 390 cards for 11 copies, right? So 390 divided by 11. That's one in every 35 pulls, or, well, I think it's 11 divided by 390. So that's a 2.8% rate. Didn't someone in chat call it 2.8% rate? Can I actually scroll through the chat? Do we have the technology? We don't. I feel like someone was like 2.8. Yeah, the legend fan called. Yeah, you called it. You actually called it. Wait, can you call the next one? Yeah. Can you call the next one and then just be like, 4.8? Like, we might as well, right? If you're omnipotent, you might as well just like call the next one to be like a 4.8% rate. Let me just ascend this guy real quick. Oh, I just thought we pulled one too many, but we didn't. Bet. Right. So again, Gavius, he is. Here's the caveat, right? Because a lot of people are like, you need Gavius, you need to build him out. Yes and no. If you're a free-to-play player, just a single copy of Gavius is not bad. As you can see here, well, obviously he wasn't mythic. I just summoned him, but at legendary he still like provides support in the treasure scramble. But in the other game modes, he's not really usable in legendary. At legendary, how many Poe coins do you have? Just wait and see. I've got a lot of them saved up. Trust me. Like, you're gonna be real excited once you see my stash of Poe coins. All right, so that is Gavius at Ascended. Let's knock out the stars on him real quick. So swap out, and that's my 8th Awakened Hero, which is, I think that's really good on free to play. I know there are free to play players who have 10 Awakened Heroes, but my luck has not allowed it, or like my luck has been for sure good, but it could have been better. For example, Belinda took like 610 cards. Gavius, Lucius, or Antandra. From those three, I would definitely go for, well, either Gavius or Lucius. I wouldn't go. I mean, you can wait and watch Antandra, but I don't have much hopes for her. Well, I mean, that's really good start, right? 1. Okay, I mean, okay, I just got baited, right? And the guaranteed, and then one more, and then one more, and then one more, and then one more, and then one more. Nice. I mean, we started with a copy, so we can't even be mad. All right, that does it for Gavius. Now let's build these heroes out, right? First of all, let's add Lucius to the resonating crystal, so he isn't level 1. If we can find him, there we go. And let's do some gear. I don't have lots of gold, so we might not be able to afford the gear. I think we're good. Obviously, we want CF4 gears on all the wokes. And we'll also obviously do the signature item and the engraving and the furniture on these heroes as well. Now, as for Lucius, it's actually kind of debatable whether or not he needs his 40 signature items. But I think I'm going to do some testing on myself to come to my own conclusion. What did you use gold for? I am currently on a foolish quest to SI 40 all heroes in the game. So as you can see here, when we go into the furniture list and we just show all, we scroll down, you can see everyone is at a plus 20 except for these 9 or so heroes, right? So that's where my gold is currently going. But yeah, that's it's just a completionist thing. Obviously, there's no point in plus 20ing Thorn or shitty heroes like this, but it's a nice site for me, and I like the idea of being done with 20 signature items. But yeah, continuing. Also for the the gear, we have a lot of tier 2 and 3 gear chests saved up because, as you might be able to figure out, I haven't summoned in quite a while, so I haven't really built out any heroes in, like, I want to say the last hero I actually built out was like, well, what would that even have been? Like, it was after Chimera, probably. Maybe it might have been just Chimera. But yeah, let's do the signature item. So we're definitely taking him to a thoughts on Matria. I mean, Matria is good. I wonder if I can bring up Discord on my stream. I might be able to, but I don't want to leak anything. So maybe it's not a good idea. Actually, I could bring it up and make sure I don't leak anything before showing you guys, because there are some things I do not want to leak. Apologies. I need to find the screenshot real quick, which should be in the treasure scramble. This is high octane streaming behind the scenes. Okay, I'm committed now. Surely I posted it somewhere. But basically what I want to show you guys is, because you asked about Matria, I want to show you guys this. And I guess I can show you in the browser instead. So hopping over to the browser. Can you guys see my browser? I think you can, right? So these were my earlier 5-team battle. And as you can see here, right? Matria, for me, kind of worked at Legendary. This was the first time I really truly tested her out at Legendary. But the caveat is, this team is basically the best in slot team for the fire round of the treasure scramble. Like, this team is completely bonkers. So you might even be able to put Walker into this spot and he might do well. So yeah, that's the caveat. Leaked? Oh no, I leaked it. Right. Did we do his? No, we didn't. So let's get work. So I'm taking him to a 30 engraving. Well, I'm taking him to a 60 engraving, but I'm taking him to a plus 30 for now. And then I will be doing testing on my own as for the need for his plus 40, because I'm not entirely sure that it's actually needed. Although many people will say it is needed, but also some people say you need 2 stars on him. But for engraving, obviously we want the plus 60 effect. Like, that's a no-brainer. Can you show that pic again? Missed it. The earlier rounds of the yeah, sure. I mean, this is just, it was basically just to show this. This team working with Legendary Matria, because one guy in the chat was asking about Matria. But yeah, she's a really good hero, and she might be my next target. Alright, so what are we missing on this guy? We are missing a collection. Yeah, I'm not gonna sit through my collections. Do we have anything with defense? We'll just call it. Throw that on him and call it for now. Right, we got a bit of defense here, sure. Obviously, Lucius wants a lot of collection. Alright, so that's Lucius done. No, I guess we can finish off Gavius and then we'll go do the furniture. So Gavius here. Obviously Gavius, he doesn't need the plus 40, so we're just taking him to a 309 E60, like all other Vokes, pretty much. But yeah, Gavius, I was kind of a Gavius hater, but they haven't really, you still have enough cards for her, go for it. I mean, I know I have enough cards for her, but you know, unlike you, once Abyssal Expedition rolls around, I'm kind of bound to what I have saved up. So if the next Vogue is super important for that, yeah, I don't want to miss out. I don't think we have enough to upgrade his gear, because I've been spending my tier 4 stones pretty recklessly. Yeah, that's about it. Alright, and engraving, of course. Gavius also wants a plus 60, so let's do that. Lucius also wants like 66 with focus on defense, but I'm gonna wait and do that a bit later. Alright, so we got through a good amount here. As you can see, we burned 600 of these and a good amount of these, and my red stock is actually looking quite low, but I believe it'll be fine once Abyssal Expedition. What class are you going for Abyssal Expedition? I mean, it's a new map, so we don't know what the meta is, and I currently my guild, 10,000 diamonds, shout out. We are kind of a well, we're a competitive Abyssal Expedition guild, although we don't have many whales, so we're like middle of the pack, but I think that's more fun anyhow. But yeah, I don't really want to lead Abyssal Expedition strats. But one thing I should say though, is we are currently, I think we're missing one person in the guild. So if you're like a decent account and you want to join our guild for the Abyssal Expedition, you can apply and talk to our guild leader. Anyways, so for the furniture, that was where I left off before I got distracted. Someone was asking, how many Pokecoins do you have saved up? And here's the answer. I have a whopping 279 Pokecoins. So yeah, not a lot of Pokecoins, but obviously, as per usual, the way I do Awakened Heroes is I card them. Holy, you're OP. Yeah, I know. And since we're streaming, we're gonna spend unnecessary diamonds here. So avert your eyes if you don't. If you're a free-to-play purist, and we'll throw Gavius into the Celestial Tower. which I believe is this one. Right. Nice. I mean, this is going to bolster my account pretty much a lot. And also that allows me to do some more Nightmare Corridor testing, because a lot of Gavius rounds I just couldn't test because I didn't have them. But as you can see here, we have the cards saved up. But before I use those cards, I want to use these cards because they give me OCD. So these are my rewards for scamming my way into the top 200 in Nightmare Corridor. Because as you guys might know, I'm playing in the Disneyland region, Region 7. So yeah, it's not that hard to rank highly for that region. So we have 9 saved up, which is perfect. So we'll do 9 furniture for Lucius. And then we will head in and do the 9 furniture for Gavius. So popping these cards on Gavius. Where is he? There he is. 9. Perfect. Was that 800 for 2 heroes? Let me see. We started at, let's just do this. Boom. Nice, that is huge. We started at 360 cards and we ended at Temple of Time. Yeah, I mean, yeah, pretty much 800. And yeah, full dip of my rates for Gavius. I'm really sad. I started my stream, or I didn't start my stream, and I summoned for Lucius. So yeah, I think I still recorded it though, so I might be able to upload it afterwards. But my Lucius rates were also pretty decent, and I had some doubles in there as well. Right, so that's Lucius and Gavius done. So next up, I think we're going to be doing a Celestial and Hypergen hero. Now, you might be able to... never understood what determines your region. Region, yeah, as Fool says, it's determined on server age pretty much solely. Well, except for Cursed Realm, where everyone is in the same region, which is why it's not very fun for a free-to-play player. But yeah, as you can see my Awakened roster here, I would say the only heroes I'm missing is Matria and Baden, and I'm not really wanting to summon either of them because Baden can be murked, and Matria, yeah, she's good, but she's not really required, and also I'm pretty sure I can stay in the top 100 of Treasure Scramble now with the current roster I have here. So I think we're back to saving up. I would be down to summon Matria if I had a little more cards, but this is like kind of where I want to be in my stash. But yeah, what I am down to blow through is some of the Stargazer cards. And we also have a lot of diamonds saved up. So I was actually contemplating, when I woke up today, whether or not to 5-star Belinda, so that I could use Stargazer cards to summon further Awakened heroes. Because as for the Celestial and Hypergens, so for the Celestials, like, I'm not really missing anyone. Like, this is a niche PvP hero, and it's only really important if you're going for the top Treasure Scramble ranks. And for all these other heroes, like, none of these are really needed anywhere. And for the Hypergens, right? The only real hero, like, because obviously, like, this hero has no use, Leofric no use, Sigis no use, Vicus no, Veloris no use, and we land on Calthin. Now, Calthin actually has use, right? Like, he's used in the Cursed Realm, and he's also used in the Treasure Scramble. The thing about him in the Cursed Realm is that he works at Elite to a certain degree. But I'm actually down to summon him because the next hero we're getting is a Draconis heroes, and I think we're probably going to get a 4-faction hero after that. So, like, I'm going to be sitting on these Stargazer cards for a while. So I think for the next Celestial hero, I'll probably have enough to summon that one as well if it's good. So I might as well do this one and buff my Cursed Realm ranking up, well, ever so slightly further. So yeah, that's pretty much the plan for this guy. So now I do have one. Yeah, let's do it. I agree, Toton. I do have one copy of him already, so we are looking for, what is it, 15 copies then? So let's just note down what we started at. We started at 963, so 15 copies. Fool's Calling 2.6. How old is my account? It's just over 3 years old. I think I started in April, 2021, right? So it's just over three years old. Right. I think for the Stargazer, you do 2x speed for the raids. Like, I've heard tales of the 2x speed Stargazer raids. If it's laggy, we'll obviously do 6x speeds. All right, so I'm just gonna test the waters real quick. If you only hit pity, it's 900. I mean, do you remember the if any of you guys were here during my Liberta summons, we actually pitied all the way down, so we might be able to do that, right? So far it's looking good. No. Who just called a 1.9% rate? I guess I need to. I don't know if I can make it moderators, but if I was a professional streamer, someone would ban that guy because we cannot allow these kinds of rates. But yeah, so far, it's looking like we're pitting all the way down. So maybe the 2% speed is not what we're looking for, because 1 in 50 is not good rates, right? It's not what we're looking for. I believe that's pity as well. We'll do one more, and if this one's on pity, we're changing the game speed. Because I'm not down for another Liberta run. Like, that was just horrible. Like, if you guys didn't watch, I was doing like 1%. Okay, I think that was on the 4th, so maybe the rates are saved. Let's test the waters on 6 times speed. See if anything changes. Actually, is 1 time speed even playable? Oh, it is not playable. I'll do 1 copy on this. Okay, surely this game is not designed for 1 time speed. Olgath or Kelton? I would say they're very similar. Both aren't really needed. I guess Kelton has more use than Olgath because he's also used in the Cursed Realm. I have Olgath currently, and we're doing 6 times speed. And I use him in the Treasure Scramble, but even if I didn't have him, there are plenty of... that feels slow. Why don't you give the 1? Wait, back in 2019, were there not 2 times speed? I joined the game in 2021, and I think we even had 6 times speed when I joined. 1, 2, 3. Okay, on the 3rd. On the 3rd. On the 5th. What? Wait. On the 6th? Okay, never mind, it's a double. That's fine. That averages out to be on the 3rd. All right. I mean, we are definitely blowing through the cards, so that is well, it's not good, but I mean, we're approaching something. Hopefully. Also, we're getting a lot of useless Ghoulish gallery rewards, but I suppose it's much better than the arena tickets we used to get. But not by a lot. Like, these blue trinkets are not really worth anything. Like, can we just get some? Like, I know I got a double, which is like, that's really good, but these rates aren't super good. Let's see here. 2, 4, 6, 8. I mean, we are like getting there. Also, does anyone know what investment this guy needs? So we need, what, 6 more copies? How many legendary totems did you get from your time emblem summons? Oh, wait, I can't really check that because I don't know what I had before. Where do I even see the legendary totems? Here? I don't think I got many, because I'm pretty sure I had these for sure already. And these are all have been on my wish list. I might not have gotten any. You can check in your bag. Oh, in my bag. Oh, I got 6. Nice. I guess we'll pop these once I'm done with my Stargazer. I didn't even know they appeared in my bag. I guess that's because I haven't summoned in a while. Wait, 6 is so good, by the way. That's pretty fucking good. Right, we're looking for 6 more copies of this guy. I'm down to not go all the way down. But it's not looking pretty, right? It really isn't looking pretty with the rates. That's 1. Like, we need some back-to-backs. We need some doubles. I've never seen a triple. I'm down for a quadruple. Like, maybe even 5 in a row. But, yeah. It's 5 copies. Oh. So we're at 2 out of 5. I'll check after this one. Yeah, we definitely don't want to summon. God. I can't imagine these rates are... I mean, they're better than before because the pities on the 5th instead of the 6th. 6th. It's a hard word to say. We're missing 2 more, right? Yeah. I'm not tripping. Perfect. 2 more. So that's 100 cards like with my rates. But again, like, even though these are not good rates, I still have like a big stash, right? So I can kind of afford being shafted. But I would much prefer not getting shafted, I can't lie. Like, getting shafted is not really fun. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay, well, we did it. Let's go calculate the rate. Maybe the 1.8 guy was right. I don't think he was, though. Let me see. So I started at 963, and we ended at 313. So 900. Where's my calculator? Because I am not the math guy. 963 minus 313. So 650 cards, and we got 15 copies. That's on the 43. That's not bad. Wait, it feels bad, man. I feel like that's pretty good. Like 1 every 43 is best. Like that's a blessing in the Stargazer. That's pretty good rates for me at least. I would say. 15 divided by 6. So that's 1.23. That's pretty good. 1.23 I'll definitely take. Yeah, I mean Stargazers. Like I've only had 2 summons that were good in the Stargazer, and everything else has been basically just Shaft City. So I also have. For the stream, I also have a lot of normal summons saved up. But my issue is, as when we look in here, I have every single 4 faction hero except for this guy Ascended. So I don't really want to blow my normal summons, but I'm willing to use my my choice summons for this guy because he has use in the well, he has niche PvP use. And basically, I want to ascend every 4 faction hero because I got really burnt on Vika when she showed up at the Treasure Scramble. Because I thought she was a foregone conclusion that she was just bad, but then all of a sudden she was meta in the Nightmare Corridor and really sick in the Nightmare Corridor, so I regretted not summoning her. So now my philosophy is basically just summoning every single 4 faction hero. That's even worse than my prediction. Oh, it's not a 1.23, it's a 2.3. Wait, a 0.23. Man, yeah, 2.23. Bro, I'm not a mathematician. So numbers, that's not my thing. Words, however, that is for sure my thing. Anyways, so we're doing this guy. Now, just making sure. I only really want to take him to Ascended because I'm not planning on engraving him. So we're just doing 2 copies. Because I believe in this cycle, because the next hero is going to be a Draconis hero, and the one after that, it can't be an Awakened hero. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be a 4 faction. So yeah, we want to save some of those summons for that guy, and then blow these summons once that hero releases. Usually my login here is like not that bad. So yeah, double. Nope. Yeah, it's just gonna be a classic, isn't it? Oh, never mind. That's not even bad. Perfect. That's him Ascended. And again, we're saving these cards because I don't really have anything to ascend or whatever it's called. You will get 3 copies plus 1 double. Definitely did not happen, but it was close. Nice. So that's him Ascended as well, and that's him at 1 star. Now, Calthin. I don't think Calthin needs his engraving 60. I'm pretty sure he's fine at 30. Is what I seem to remember. Where can I read the 60? He causes Calthin increases his attack speed and rating. The thing about Calthin is he's not a damage dealer, so I don't think this is that important. Like, attack speed is good, though, for energy regen. Yeah, you can leave him at 30. Are you still going to release videos on... Yeah, last week I didn't. My dad was over. And previous times I've missed it. Basically, I've had my exams this week. I just finished my degree in law, so that's pretty cool. I passed my exam. I got response yesterday. So now I'm on holiday officially. But yeah, definitely did miss a couple of weeks because of real life. Earlier today on the congrats, thanks. Earlier today on the official Discord server, the AFK Arena, someone asked me if I was a YouTuber, which is like, I mean, yeah, I upload on YouTube, but I don't think I would qualify myself as a YouTuber. I'm pretty sure you should do it as a profession and not like as a pastime hobby or whatever, before you can call yourself a YouTuber. But I'm down to be a YouTuber, man. Like, pretty sure that's cool. One thing I won't do for this guy, though, is I don't think I'm going to card him. Let's see my card situation. Hey, how's it going? It's going pretty good. We just finished the Awakened Hero Summon, and we got really good rates. What formations do you use in the Temporal Rift? I'm actually kind of happy you asked, because I still have my Temporal Rift floors to do. Should I be laughing at you or be jealous? I did 2 Awakened Heroes in like 400 or 800-ish cards, so I think that's pretty good rates, so I think you should be jealous. Now, for the Stargazer rates, I think you could be laughing at me, but I believe you'll be able to rewatch the stream, and hopefully my Lucius summons aren't lost to time, because I did them before I started my stream, thinking I was streaming, which was not the case. But yeah, I want to toss Calthin on my wish list before I forget, and also I want to toss him in here, but because we're not carding him, we just want to slowly unlock his room. There's no real rush. Who do I remove from my wish list? This guy's a fraud, so we can remove him. I'm down. I was sold high hopes for the Draconis heroes, but they weren't that good. And also we can add the dude to the Graveborn Tower. The dude. This dude. The rock dude. Perfect. Or the tomb dude, I suppose. And I think we have some furniture for him already. Yeah, we do. 2 pieces. Not bad. Alright, we'll let that cook for a while. Okay, so someone asked Temporal Rift. I haven't done it reset yesterday. I haven't done my my attacks yet. But I don't think my formations are super free to play friendly, honestly. Damn, that's really good. My summons complete opposite after 160 summons. Each I average 40%, 40 per copy, 20 per copy. I mean, 20 per copy in the Stargazer is, yeah, those are pretty good rates. And 40 per copy on Awakened Heroes, it's basically the average before the raid buff, I believe. So it's not that bad. But yeah, anyways, for Temporal Rift, this team is like, this is probably my weakest team. It's like my toss to get the team. Obviously, this team is good because it's Chimera. Oh, I should also show these, right? No, these. Yeah, Sweeping Tide on this one. And here I'm using Axe of Fury, but it's Chimera, can't really lose. Here I'm using Belinda and Hildwyn, which is pretty cool. And Fusty Trap, which synergizes well with him. He does a lot of CC. Here, Ring of Domination. I mean, it's just a Rem team, right? So that can't really lose. And then here we have like a Wilder, Liberta, Lucilla team. Yeah, I mean, I think my teams are fine. Like, I've been able to auto my way to floor 300 for the past, well, this season and the one before that. Just released. They just released new guys on TR teams. It's pretty good on Red. Yeah, I saw that guide. Now, I don't really struggle in the Temporal Rift, but it's for sure a good guide for those people who did. Actually, matter of fact, I was able to scam my way into the top 2,000. Don't you get a frame for that? Is this the one? Yeah, I was able to scam my way into the top 2,000 with my teams last season, but I forgot to screenshot. And Stargazer says, what made you build Villanella? Is that the Mauler chick? Basically, I had select hero summons like to spare, and I pulled some from normal summons, so I just decided to take her. Basically, if you want to use her, she is... Oh my god, look at this. This is why we summoned heroes, guys. Yeah, hopefully we can stay in here. Probably not. But she's used in the Treasure Scramble, but you need her engraving 30, I believe, before she's of any use. Did we do his plus 30 signature item? We did. I don't think we have any gear for him. I can do that. I mean, I might as well do that now, I guess. So just pop. Do we have any, like, chests to pop? Wow. Look at all these things we got. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Let's pop these. So we're looking for pretty much just anything to make skill plus 2 totems. I'm still yet to get one without a card. Hopefully, like, I'm over 10 on attempts, surely. I mean, that's a level up. And the fact that I don't recognize the rest of these probably means they're bad. But again, you just want legendary totems in the end. I guess we could pop some of these. We're gonna get a lot of dust here, but I don't... Oh, actually, we got a lot of gold. Never mind. We're chilling. Let's see how many RC levels we can pop. Well, it's not that many, actually. But, I mean, my combat power will definitely skyrocket here. Which is nice. I have been... Recently, I have been fast forwarding a bunch of extra times because I realized that resonating crystal level actually mattered a bit for the Abyssal Expedition. So I've been going all the way with the 100 fast forwards. Well, it's basically because I have so many diamonds, right? So it's kind of a luxury that I was able to. But yeah, I want to up my my resonating crystal level, basically exclusively for the curse, not the curse realm, the Abyssal Expedition, because last time in the Abyssal Expedition, it actually kind of matters your RC level, where usually it doesn't really matter, and you can just leave it. And it's also nice for tower, I guess. Fraud regions giving you diamonds. Not gonna argue with that one. Like, definitely, my account is not something that should be placing anywhere near these ranks. Like, if I was just in an earlier region, right? This would be impossible, and this would be like laughably impossible. Obviously, this would be the same. So yeah, thanks for showing the Temporal Raid. I have been playing for basically as long as you, so I have most of the heroes in the formations build. Yeah, and also if you don't have the heroes that I have, let me just real quick find the. We have it on our Discord for sure. They just released I think it's the AFK guys. Can I jump to my Discord? I might leak something. Who cares? Basically, they just released this guide over on, I believe it's from Reddit. Oh, this is some poor quality. Let me open it in browser and show you guys instead. There you go. Let's just hide that. This is not a high quality either. But yeah, basically this was just released on Reddit. Again, for floor 300 in the Temporal Rift, it's not like, I don't want to say it's easy, but if you're an older account, it should be kind of a breeze. And if you're a newer account, obviously it's a struggle, right? But with the power creep of the current heroes, like it's getting progressively easier and easier, especially once the new dimensional heroes becomes available free to play. That's just 2 more good heroes, or at least Shuna is really good as well for the Temporal Rift. So yeah, most people shouldn't struggle in here. If you're a newer player, obviously it's hard, right? But the rewards are insane, so if you can just kind of push your way through that. Next Awaken is definitely wireless, so who do you want? Like I'm kind of holding out for if anyone remembers Hunting Fields, because I have every single Wilder ascended, so I think I would be a sick Wilder player if Hunting Fields ever returns. And usually Wilder Awakens are good. Like I would say both of these are good. Obviously Soulless, like she fell off, especially in like PvP and stuff, but she's still a really good hero, and she's used like Abyssal Expedition, Cursed Realm, like even Nightmare Corridor, right? So she isn't a bad hero, she just kind of fell off. But yeah, I'm definitely eyeing the Wilder hero next time. As for the this Antandra unit, I am not impressed at all. Like I don't think she's really good. She was really good when she was bugged, but obviously that was a bug. So would you recommend getting Kinesis, Rook, Vithil, or Calthan? If you have none of them, also would you recommend getting a swap? So your exact situation is actually interesting. So out of those 3, I definitely think Vithil is the best. Where is he? Like this guy has so much staying power. He keeps subbing into like Nightmare Corridor formations. He's perma-used in PvP, not so much in Cursed Realm, but I really like this hero. Over Kinesis Rook and over Calthan. As for Kinesis Rook, you said you have a 5-star Wukong. I used to have a 5-star Wukong, and I swapped for Kinesis Rook, but I had Vithil at that point. So yeah, I would definitely go Kinesis Rook, and then I would probably go Calthan over, or I would definitely go Vithil, and then I would probably go Calthan over Kinesis Rook, because Calthan has the added bonus of also being inside of the Cursed Realm currently. But yeah, these 2 are kind of interchangeable, and if you're at that point in your Celestial hero like progression, then you're chilling. Olgath, definitely Calthan over Olgath. I summoned Olgath like 2 weeks before Calthan's release. If I could swap them, I would have, but now I have both of them. Like Olgath he has 1 use, and his use is like super niche because he slots into the Chimera team, right? And this Chimera unit in PvP, you could basically put Walker instead of him, and he would do just fine, right? Thanks, I have pretty much everything else, even 5-star Helios for that swap. That's quite unfortunate. Helios definitely took a big hit with all the good supports being released. But yeah, I mean, I still use him in the Nightmare Corridor every now and then. Tarnos is not someone I would suggest summoning. Definitely Kinesis Rook over that. 5-star Wokes. I mean, I would summon Kinesis Rook before I start adding stars to Wokes. The only Woke that might need stars, which I haven't done any testing yet, is Lucius, because Lucius, he's like a stat eater. He really wants a lot of stats. Yeah, Tardos fell off hard. I mean, for the longest time, he was like a semi-stable. There we go, right? This is the reason I'm summoning Awakened Heroes, as you can see here. Gonna miss out on my Timegazer reward for this week, probably. But we should be back for the future then. But yeah, Tarnos, he was a niche PvP hero for a long time. I mean, obviously, I never even considered him because he was so niche and PvP didn't matter that much. And now he's just... I mean, you see him in Legends Championship, and you see him in maybe like the 7-team battles or the 9-team battle. But as a reasonable player, you shouldn't plan around those kinds of events. Like, don't play for Legends Championship. It doesn't give any rewards. It's just like a whale thing, right? So it doesn't really matter. If you're an Apex guild, don't you need build out Brutus to Yeah. You make a very good point in the chat. Now, when I joined my current guild, I didn't really have anything for pathing. So who I used for pathing was my goat, Geralt. this was my pather, and yeah, famously I was yeah, we could just say I was definitely an anchor in the early rounds of the Abyssal Expedition. But yeah, these days you don't need Brutus for pathing, but yeah, I mean, if you can avoid using Geralt, that is really good. He was definitely a fraud. But hey, I mean, I stayed in the guild. They didn't kick me somehow. It's probably because I made some Abyssal Expedition content or something, or maybe I was just maybe I posted a good meme and they allowed me to stay. But now I'm doing fine in the Abyssal Expedition. I would even say I'm doing very well for my account size. The past two expeditions, anyways, were pretty good for me. But we'll see on the next one. All right, let's see here. What can we do now? Do I have anything to pop in the bag? I mean, I have all 4 factions, so there's no reason to pop these. I don't need fodder, so there's no reason to pop that. Stones, we want to wait for a new 4-faction hero to pop. Using these chests, we're waiting for the Abyssal Expedition, because obviously that's what I want to use my 40 things for. Don't really have anything in here. Is there anyone we could potentially summon? Like, we don't want to summon Maitreya, we don't want to summon Antandra or Baden, so probably not. We're just sitting on this. In here, I mean, here we truly don't want to summon anyone, right? Because it's like, it's her probably next, but she's not used anywhere other than PvP niche, and I'm not a niche PvP player. So yeah, I think we're done with the summoning. I guess I could read chat for a bit and just let this one auto for a while. Also, I should change my formation now that I have Lucius and Gavius, but yeah, who cares? For newbies, is summoning 4-faction heroes the best thing to focus on? Yeah. Let me just find the guide for you real quick while I'm letting this shit run. But yeah, for newbies, I think the benchmark is once you have, I believe it's 15 4-faction heroes done, you can start summoning in the time, or the Stargazer. Where is the guide that I'm looking for? It should be here, right? But yeah, for general questions, I recommend the official Discord for the FK Arena. You could also ask in the crowdsourcing Discord, but usually you're not going to get an answer in there. Definitely more active in the official Discord. Heading over to the browser real quick. So yeah, you were asking, should you continue focusing on diamonds? And it should be set somewhere in here. But basically, this is a cheat sheet. You can find it on the official Discord. This is basically like all you need for information as an early game player. And here, this is what I'm looking for. Wow, that is mega zoomed in here. Don't stargaze with diamonds until you have 15 meta awakened heroes, not counting dimensionals. So yeah, 15 is the recommendation here. And I would say like 15 is pretty good. Like, there are some really good meta ascended heroes, mainly like these Lightbearer heroes, like these 2 Lightbearer heroes, Palmer, Jerome, are super good. Also, Atheus is crazy good early game, and obviously Ivan is like the best 4-faction hero probably. So yeah, you definitely need these 5, and like then you could go down the list, and then eventually, once you get to summoning, you want to follow this. Like Alberta is definitely, it's probably the strongest hero in the game, right? I don't think I agree with Stargazing Olna, because she can be obtained in the shop, so just go for Damien next and then Lavatune. And from there on, like, the game kind of plays itself, right? You just follow general build guides or progressions, and you should be fine. Let's head back over to the game real quick. Can I have the link, please? Sure. Time for some pro chat interaction. Let's see. I can link you the image, maybe. Let me see. Does this work? I don't know if this is actually a link that works, but you might want to save it, because Discord links breaks after like a few days. But yeah, and also it gets updated regularly or semi-regularly. So the newest version will always be in the official server. What's the optimal coin uses for dimensional exchange soon? Basically, you want to use as few lab coins as possible. Sup, Okbo. Hello, Silsim set C. Wait, it's C in English, right? Missing Soul Wrath. How important is Soul Wrath? Great question. He used to be a really strong option from the shop, but he's kind of fallen out. I still use him in the PvP. It's pretty good in there. He used to be used in the Abyssal Expedition, kind of fell out. Can I actually look at what options you have in the Challenger store? What's the optimal coin uses? you're missing Sorath. I mean, I would still. So the way I do it, obviously, if you have any of the lab quests, so there are lab quests. I don't have any of them left, but if you there are lab quests. Basically, if you do enough lab runs, you get a 40k claimable lab reward. You want to save that reward for the dimensional exchange when it's a double exchange. Other than that, you want to overclock your lab tokens so that you can save challenger coins. I believe I swapped it. Where's the exchange here? Yeah, here. So obviously you want to max out these, and you want to max out these, and you want to try and max out these and save as many of these as you can, because these make pretty important heroes like Olna and such, right? But if you're only missing Sorath, I mean, I guess you could kind of spend these, but I would definitely build Sorath. Like, you never know. His skill set is super unique, so he's probably going to be useful at some point in the future. But yeah, basically you max out this, then you max out the same ones, right? But once you've finished this one, you can claim your overflow of lab tokens that you will be saving in your mail that lasts for 7 days, right? And then spending them in here. And you will have to dip into this, but you want to dip into this as little as possible, basically. But it's for sure doable, right? Some people, many new players, whenever we get the double exchange, are always like in panic because they don't think they can get both heroes, but it's for sure possible if you just save up when they are announced. Like, you can for sure make it. Is it not worth to spend them on red chests? Are you talking about challenger coins or lab coins? For lab coins, if there's not a dimensional exchange going on, you're using them on dimensional emblems because those are cheaper. For challenger coins, you're basically grabbing all the heroes, and once you're done with the heroes, in the challenger store, and by done, I would say just 1 star every single hero in there, you can start doing red chests. That's probably fine. You can add some stars onto some stronger heroes, like Olna is she's never gonna fall off the meta, but she doesn't really need stars. Like, even 1 star on Olna might be too far. Between Shuna and Rimuru, who's the best to E60 or E30? I can one E60 and the other E30. I have not engaged much with the dimensional heroes. I don't know if his Fool is in chat, because he probably has both of them, but he probably has both of them built out. But between those two, I mean, overall, Shuna is definitely the better hero. Like, there's no discussion about that so far. So yeah, I would do E60 Shuna because she's stronger. Are you using authors at all? Not really. Not really, but I would still build him. It took me a year to build him, and the second I built him, he kind of fell out the meta. He's still used in the Nightmare Corridor. If you can use the Authors Liberta team for the Viking round. For me personally, I don't use that version because it requires Liberta, which breaks one of my other teams. Well, actually, it doesn't. He's not used in the Viking team. He's used in the Athalia team, right? But that version uses Liberta, and I need Liberta for my Viking team, so thus I don't use authors in there. But he's still useful, and his skill set, also in the Curse Realm, it's super useful. Like, he's one of the more unique heroes, and I would definitely still build him, even if it takes you a year. Like, it took me a year, right? And I'm not sad I have him now. Shuna's everywhere. Rimuru is a dot so far. Yeah. Rimuru might need more bug fixes, or maybe this is just the state of that hero. Red emblems or red cores. In general, I would say, I mean, obviously it depends on your account, right? For me, I'm missing more red cores than emblems. But I mean, that just highly depends on the account. I was kind of lucky with getting his copies randomly over the year. I haven't. Can I remove this heart emoji? I haven't. I have him on Legendary Plus without buying Stargazing a single copy of his. I mean, you can just continue getting him from the shop. It's not like, this game is not really a race, right? Like, it's all about resource management, unless you're a whale. And in case you're a whale, like, just I mean, in case you're a whale, the game is completely different, right? Because yeah, the game is just it's just another game. But as free-to-play players and low spenders, the game is pretty much just about resource management and like opportunity cost and min-maxing, right? So like, is your investment into a hero actually gonna yield you any rewards that propels you further? That's how I play the game. Is Viking required E60 SI30? Definitely not. Definitely not. Actually, Vika works at very low investment. I wonder if I can do this, show you guys a previous video on my stream. This might be really hard to do, but I believe I could. Maybe you can use. All right, let's see if this works. Let's head over to the browser real quick. So you asked if Vika needs high investment. No, Vika works, as you can see here. I was able to do a 21-second round with Vika. Obviously, these are some different setup, but all you need for Vika basically is like Mythic 20 is fine. You just need to make sure that Liberta links Vika in the round. But obviously, higher investment, it is better. Once I invested into Vika, it was harder to make sure she was the lowest health, but she does more damage at higher investment. And I would say investing into Vika is definitely good. If we go back to the game real quick, I can just show you where I took Vika. Oh, we want to do that one. Also, like how... I'm still missing 5 stages. So I took Vika pretty far because I was missing I think I was missing 2 seconds for the top 200 one round. So I took her to engraving, and I also took her to second title 30. But it's not needed. And if you're not in region 7, like you don't really need that high investment. Let me just take some water real quick. Stay hydrated, guys. I was kind of lucky with getting... Oh, I read that already. I feel like I skipped something that I wanted to comment on. That was the shop, like the shop spending, but I already answered that, or whatever you want to say. Like it's not like there's like that's the thing about this game. Like there isn't always like a clear-cut answer, so you should always try to think for yourself or ask someone who's more knowledgeable than you. I rely heavily on my guild whenever I do investments because there are definitely people who know a lot more about the game than I do. But there are also people who know a lot less than the game about the game than I do. I would put my game knowledge in like the middle of the pack probably. But there are some demons out there, like triple account demons. Like I don't know if this Solar guy is still in chat, but that guy is like, he's running 3 accounts and Gavius or Awakened Lucius. Depends on your account. I would say for overall account, like the overall usefulness, I would do Gavius because he's used in every single game mode. If you're a Cursed Realm demon, Lucius is definitely better. If you're a PvP demon, Lucius is better, but Lucius in PvP kind of requires Gavius, which is why it's kind of a struggle to choose between them. So ideally, you do both, just like I did today. But if I had to choose one, I would probably do Gavius because he works without Lucius. But yeah, I mean, it depends on your account. If you can compete in the Cursed Realm, or if you're close to competing in the Cursed Realm, definitely Lucius is a solid option. Nightmare Corridor is hard in round 4. I don't know why. I believe you mean Ghost. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're in the hardest region. Like region 4 compared to every single other region it's a joke. Like it's like a massive difference. I have some friends in region 4, and it's definitely the hardest region. You for sure do the short straw there. Basically because region 4 is the region where most of the whales are, because that was when the game was really popular. So yeah, it's the biggest region. It's the most whaled region. Actually, it's not the biggest region. Region 7, the current region, covers more servers but fewer players, and obviously fewer whales. So if you're in region 4, yeah, it's really hard. Like I would say if my account was in region 4, I might not even focus on the Nightmare Corridor. But the thing is, if you're in region 4 in Nightmare Corridor, you're also in a hard treasure scramble region, so it's probably a Cursed Realm focus angle for you. What do you think about Raku's SI40? I think Raku's SI40 is really strong, actually. I think it's really strong. The problem is Raku's not good, or he's not used. If Raku was ever in the meta, his SI40 would be really, really strong. Its effect is amazing, right? It does basically what everyone wishes that Raku was able to do, right? Which is he doesn't need his ult or whatever. But yeah, Raku's SI40 is like an S tier SI40 on a C tier unit. So yeah, it's a good SI40, but it's just bad. It just seems to me that with Leonardo Nyla, that the team would be immune to deficits in general. Like, I can't read your message. It seems to me that with Leonardo Nyla, that team would be immune to deficits in general. Yeah, I mean, yeah, because he scales on enemy health, right? And that is true if you can CC the enemy. The problem is late game, like some enemies develop CC immunity, and also there's like tenacity involved. So at some point, you can't really CC the enemy, and then obviously everything falls apart for Raku. Did we get anything interesting here? No, not really. I guess we got some gold. And also I gotta update my, we got an applicant. Yeah, I'm not like, for this, if you want to be my applicant, if you change your profile picture, I'll accept you. But most people with the Hogan profile picture quits the game really fast. So yeah. Let me pop those chests we just got. As for what I use these chests for, where are they? I'm getting juice. Like, I'm a big juice apologist, but it's basically because I don't need baits. I'm resonating 18. These are free, so you don't need those. All these are free, so you don't need these. And for these two, it's probably better than juice, but I really want to max my tree. It's just an obsession I have. I really like the Elder Tree as a power system. It just seems like it's never aging, and once it's finished, it's just gonna feel good, right? Just like finishing baits felt good. But yeah, for most of the people, obviously don't grab juice. You want to grab baits, and then you want to grab red chests. And is Vithiel worth the cost of summoning? It highly depends on what other Celestial Hypergen heroes you have or who you're at. If he's the next in the line, next in line basically for the priority list, he is worth summoning. He's definitely a good unit, but there are better, right? Obviously, Liberta's better, Damia's better, Lucilla's better, Lavatune's better. After that, it becomes debatable, and you could probably do Vithiel after those four. Any good 4-faction 40s? Yeah, there are. For me, I've only done, we sort by, as you can see, I've only done 3 plus 40s. But for 4-faction plus 40s, there are some really good ones. The main one is the Dancers, right? This plus 40 effect is really good. Basically giving backline heroes the plus 60% increased damage. That's really strong. It's the one that I'm most considering. And also, Theus has a really strong one, which is a 90% increased normal attack damage, which is also really strong. But you can definitely use both heroes without them. I would say Dancers, like you need 309 for them to use without the 40. And for you to really use them, you probably need the SI40. Palmer too, just for stats. I did Palmer. I wouldn't say he's that important, but the thing is, last time around in the Abyssal Expedition, basically TLDR is that mattered for my damage output in the Abyssal Expedition last time around. So that's why I did him. If there was no Abyssal Expedition game mode, I probably wouldn't have done Palmer's SI40 for sure. And I also took him to E68, which is much higher than I would have ever done if there were no Abyssal Expedition. He was at like E30, 40, 41 or 44 previously, and that's probably where you should keep him if you're not an Abyssal Expedition fiend. But I mean, he's definitely a strong unit, but he's kind of losing his footing a little bit anyways. Not that much. And also, with a strong Palmer, the Athalia round in the Nightmare Corridor becomes kind of a struggle, because you need to make sure Athalia is stronger than Palmer, and if you have a really strong Palmer, that can be a struggle. All right. The thing is, I could summon more, but I think I've already said that before. Like, there's no point in me summoning anymore. Like, I've pretty much gotten what I wanted. Also, I want to save my diamonds because, where is it? We're getting a new Draconis hero, and the next Draconis hero looks really strong. The unfortunate thing about the next Draconis heroes is I think it might enable Gwyneth to become a meta hero. Like, we're all hoping and praying that isn't the case, but it might be. And in that case, like, I'm never going to summon for Gwyneth, right? Because obviously she's going to require like 600 plus cards, right? So that's going to take me a year to get. But you might be able to merc Gwyneth, right? Which could be an interesting option. But at that point, I would have to summon Baden for the Cursed Realm. How's your TS going? Not good. That's the reasoning for the summoning, right? As you can see here, I'm top 1%. Like, I believe I'm probably really close to top 100. I've been slipping. Yeah, as you can see, I'm 8 points behind top 100. And that's why I summoned 2 Awakened Heroes, right? It's because prior to my summoning, I was always in the top 100. I think 2 weeks ago I fell out of the top 100 for the first time in a while, and that's why I summoned, right? Because I need the Stargazer income. Should I summon for Hildwyn? No, do not summon for Hildwyn. We don't know how many free copies more we're getting. I haven't summoned for Hildwyn, and I'm at, well, this, right, amount, and we're definitely getting a few more copies of him, and it's entirely possible that we will be able to ascend him for free. So definitely hold your these cards. Like for all, like it might be good to summon 1 copy of Gwyneth for the Draconis trial, right? Because she is kind of required to 3-star up to, I guess you can see here, I 3-star stage 8. I can't do stage 9 because I don't have Lucius and Gavius. Now I can't do that, so I'll do that after the stream. Well, I'll do that sometime, because after the stream I'm probably going to watch some football, but yeah. You need 1 copy of Gwyneth to go through that, and I feel like the rewards, weekly rewards, is probably worth it to summon 1 copy of Gwyneth. If you're really lucky like me, you get her from normal summons though. So there's summon for Hildwyn still. I haven't. I already read that. Well, I think we're kind of done, right? There's not much else to do in the game. It is AFK Arena after all, right? Like, it's not like much can be done in the game. Any closing thoughts? Anything I want to do? Yeah, we need 1 more for our our Abyssal Expedition guild. If you're a strong account and you want to join my guild, or it's not my guild, right? It's Ava's guild. But yeah, if you want to join this guild, you can apply. The requirements aren't super steep, right? You just need a good roster. Like, I'm in the guild, right? That should tell you enough. And I'm definitely not the... Like, I would say I'm a middle in the pack player. We have some lower accounts as well in the guild. So yeah, if you want to join a nice community, you could definitely apply for that guild. All right, I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else. How long have I been streaming, actually? Well, if we count the summons that I did off stream involuntarily, I guess I've been streaming for quite a while. But yeah, I didn't record my Lucius summons. My hope is that OBS recorded them, but I just didn't stream them, so you guys could see my Lucius summons in the VOD. But can you do a GG a Ghoulish Gallery? No, for the simple reason I already used my attempts. So I keep forgetting to use my attempts in the Ghoulish Gallery, so now I've just started doing them. Whenever I open this, I just do my attempts, because you're missing out on 700 diamonds. Obviously, you're never getting a good collection. That's just a given at this point. But the 700 diamonds, you should definitely be claiming those weekly, especially now that I started buying staffs again. So my diamond stash will deplete very, very fast. Yeah, I think that's about it. No closing thoughts, not really. Tomorrow I'll be doing my Nightmare Corridor Cursed Realm guide. Obviously, I'll have Lucius for tomorrow. Hopefully I can remember to do a non-Lucius version for the Cursed Realm. As for the Nightmare Corridor, I don't think having Gavius changes much. And obviously my current teams are really bad. It's just the teams that I used last week. I just did 1 hit at the start of the week. 4 red PP collection. I mean, that is really good for some heroes. If it's a tank hero with PP, it's not that good. But if you get like a Thalia's collection, or well, either a Thalia or Saurus collection, basically any ranger collection or warrior collection with those stats are pretty amazing. So congrats on that. I'm still yet to get a GG collection, but I mean, it'll happen with time, and also with the collection rework. The collection rework, it does fix collections in theory. The income is really low, but I don't really care about that because it removed randomness for long-term progression, right? So it is possible to craft your best in slot collection, but it will take you a long time, which is what I prefer. I hate RNG. It's the same with beasts, right? Like getting Resonating 18 will take you a long time, but you can do it, right? And now with collection, it is completable, so to speak, just on a long time frame. And that's the way I prefer power systems, right? Sure, the whales can use money to jump ahead of us. I don't mind that. I just want to be able to progress on the same track as the whales. Whereas previously on the Ghouls Gallery, like, there's just a stark difference between, well, getting lucky, spending money, and just, not spending money. But that's fixed in theory. The update isn't out yet. It's next week, right? But yeah. All right, I think I need to leave soon, so I will be ending my stream here. TLDR, I got Gavius done. Gavius is done. Well, I guess we can take him to higher gear. Gavius is done, and Lucius is done. I did both of them in 800 cards-ish, so 400-ish per copy, or per hero. Really good rates. Pretty fucking good rates, right? I also did Calthan, Ascended Calthan. My rates were not as good for Calthan, but it doesn't matter. I have a huge stash. And yeah, overall account progression, it's moving forward. Next Awakened Hero, I think Atandra is a fraud. We're looking for the Wilder next time. Probably summoning the Wilder on release if it looks just remotely good. And obviously for the Abyssal Expedition, if Atandra turns out to be good, I'll obviously summon her. But I have my doubts. Right. How do I close the stream though? That's the real question. Oh, I found it button. All right. I'll see you guys, well, in another year or so when I have enough time guesses saved up. But have a nice weekend.